Round 8 of the Monster Energy Supercross season heads home to Florida this week, and one of those riders that is from Florida who lives, trains, and even owns his own training facility there in Florida is BlakeBaggett, and Blake joins me on BNQT. Blake, let's talk about that first. Let's talk about the power of being home. Being from Florida, training there, and having your own track there, do you feel like that gives you an advantage leading into the races this weekend?
I think it does for sure. As far as just the travel scenario, you're not flying all the way across, to a different time zone or 3 or 4 hours difference. As far as you got a flight, a layover, and stuff like that. So it was a simple drive down. Got in the car this morning, hour drive down. Slept in our own bed last night. Do some press stuff today, and just excited for the weekend.
It seems so trivial to talk about the dirt, but for a rider, the dirt is everything that matters. Having that training facility that you and your dad co-own together, do you feel like knowing how the dirt is going to act and react gives you a benefit?
I think so. I think the dirt down here is going to be maybe a little different from what I got at my own place, my own track. But at the same time, it kind of gives you an idea of how the weather's been, how the dirt's going to dry out, how it changes, and then being so close that we ride other people's tracks that are around our own place, and that kind of gives you an idea of what the dirt is like here in Florida, no matter what they got. And we've got a chance to check out the track a little bit already and get a visual on it, and it's definitely going to be different this weekend. There's one lane, full rhythm lane, that is pure white Florida beach sand, so that is going to be something different. Normally we don't have that. So the dirt is pretty dark as far as the rest of the track. It seems like it's a darker dirt, maybe more like one of the other rounds, but the beach sand section is definitely going to play into a big interesting part.
What was it for you that clicked in the middle of the season to this point so far that begun this streak of podiums that you're on? I mean, you're on a heater right now. What was it for you that really got you to this point?
I think that just coming in the year, we were maybe a little unprepared. I mean, it's awkward to say that, but we were just maybe not as prepared as we needed to be. With a lot of changes, we got the whole new bike. The new KTM bike is completely different. It looks the same from the outside, but a whole new bike, different weight, different geometry of it. It just felt different. So it took us a little bit of adapting to get used to that. I'm a smaller guy, only 138 pounds. So being on the 450, it's all about traction and comfort. It's hard for me. I'm not a big enough guy to force the issue. So when I feel a little uncomfortable, it seems to affect me more at the races than other guys that are, maybe a little bit bigger and can muscle the bike around and make it happen. So we just had to work on a little bit of things the first few rounds and get comfort, and I think that we've really done that, and the comfort is there, and it's been showing. So now, checked off three third places in a row, and there's 2 more spots to check off. So, of course, it'd be nice to get the first one and start checking off a few of those, but we're just going to be steady and just kind of slowly try to climb up there, and we're only halfway, so we got a long time to go.
Blake, what is that one thing that you feel like you really want to work on besides getting to the top step of the podium this weekend in Tampa?
Definitely just still be consistent. I'd like to maybe push the limits a little bit when I'm in my comfort zone, and when I'm comfortable, try to push the limits. But of course, if you push the limit, then you're more valuable for a mistake. So I want to try to be steady like we are, because everything seems to be clicking, it seems to be working, and we're working our way up the ladder. But at the same time, maybe it is time to unleash it a little bit and let things go a little bit more.
Do you feel any added pressure with the possibility of friends and family being able to come down to the races this weekend? It's not often that friends and family are able to see it in person, but this weekend they have that chance. Do you feel any added pressure?
Not necessarily, because originally being from California and now have transitioned over here to Florida, and I got a lot of friends and family from here that I think that I get a lot of friends and family on both coasts. So now that we're on the East Coast, it's just a different side of the family. So it's good to be there, but also at the same time, I don't know if it's added pressure, but you want to do good no matter what, and it's better to celebrate when you got your friends and family there. So I'll try and pull through.
Well, best of luck this weekend in Tampa. I'm sure there will be a lot of people in the stands rooting for you, being a Florida boy right now. Blake, thanks so much for taking the time and joining us.
No worries. Thank you for having me on, and we'll see what we got.